As many of you already know, Disney recently bought Lucasfilm for just over $4 billion. And I've been seeing a lot of posts online about how Disney just bought Star Wars, which is true, but they bought Lucasfilm, the entire thing. They own Star Wars, Indiana Jones, ILM, Skywalker Sound, they got the whole package. But Disney already announced that they're going ahead with Star Wars Episode 7, 8, and 9, so I can see where people's confusion is coming from. Now, Disney bought Marvel back in 2009, and if you're a longtime viewer of mine, you'll remember that Disney versus Marvel video game trailer parody thing that I made, because honestly, I was pretty worried. But Disney's marketing for Marvel, I was very pleased. Avengers marketing was top notch and they didn't ruin the movie by adding Goofy as Hawkeye. I was happy. But like with the acquisition of Marvel, with talks of a new Star Wars trilogy, I'm feeling uneasy again. After Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, Star Wars has a loose future based in books by a multitude of authors. I don't know if you've read any Star Wars books like I have, cause I'm a nerd, but a lot of them were really great stories. And Lucasfilm even signed off on a bunch of the books, but I'm not exactly sure if you would call them canon. If they base the new trilogy off the already laid out future or brought in some of the authors of those books, I would feel a little more at ease. I mean, a lot of great stuff happens in the books. Han and Leia actually get married, they have Jason, Jaina, and Anakin. Luke reboots a Jedi Academy on Yavin 4, the Solo kids get to learn to be Jedi Knights, and Leia even gets a lightsaber. And don't even get me started on Mara Jade, who is arguably one of the most interesting and complex characters of the Star Wars universe. This is a woman who is Emperor Palpatine's right-hand special agent, and when she finally meets up with Luke after he kills the Emperor, she wants revenge. I know Vader was the Emperor's right hand, but Mara was like this secret agent assassin going around murdering rebels, and her last order was a telepathic message from the Emperor right as he was dying saying, "Kill Luke Skywalker," and so she tried to. She's just a strong, complex female character, and that's what the Star Wars universe needs more of. She's sharp, she's witty, she's sarcastic, and she has this drive to kill for the Emperor even after his death, which would, you know, make any character flawed. In 1998, Star Wars Insider had a fan favorite poll to find out which characters fans loved most, and Mara was the only character from the extended universe to make it into the top 20. Women can identify with her, and men want to have her at their side. But there is stuff that George Lucas has said about Episode 7, 8, and 9 over the years. Episode 7 is supposed to take place 20 to 30 years after the end of Jedi. The key characters would appear in their 60s or 70s. C-3PO and R2-D2 will be in them. The entire trilogy will deal with rebuilding the Republic. Still, Luke is said to have a romantic relationship, and in 2004, Mark Hamill, the guy that plays Luke Skywalker, said that he would have a cameo in Episode 9 of him passing a lightsaber down to the next New Hope. But, because George Lucas sold the rights, I'm not sure exactly how much of that is going to be in the new trilogy. The interesting thing to me is that right after George Lucas sold the rights to Disney, he sent them a story treatment, which is full of suggestions of how they should have the trilogy play out. Disney and Lucas are being really quiet about what is actually in the story treatment, but they have confirmed that it's not based on anything that's already written, so no storylines that are already out there. It's a completely different direction. But like I said, he sold the rights, so I don't know if they have to take that into consideration or what. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, was in and of itself a shot in the dark. No one wanted to help George Lucas make this movie. He was rejected by Universal Studios and a slew of other companies before 20th Century Fox said, "Yeah, I guess we can make your movie," and they had really low expectations for it. And now it's a $33 billion franchise and Disney wants to make another Star Wars movie. I guess my point is that it seems like people in Hollywood aren't taking many risks anymore. Last year, Disney Studios came out with John Carter and Mars Needs Moms, and they were huge flops. But Marvel and other outputs that Disney owns are huge moneymakers. So is this Disney's way of making a safe bet? Buying something with a huge legacy and then just adding to it? How do you feel about this news about Star Wars 7, 8, and 9? Are you excited for a new trilogy? Do you hate the idea but you're just gonna go see it anyway? Do you want to see an older Luke, Han, and Leia, or do you want to see completely new characters? Do you think they should stick with the book storyline, or should they go a completely different direction? Let me know, I'm curious as to what you think, because I honestly don't know right now. One thing's for sure though, Leia is definitely my favorite Disney princess.